Evening, Marcus here, back again with another video, back again with another Oculus Go video. And in this video I wanted to cover off 5 experiences or apps which I think you can use to help show off your Oculus Go to those skeptics out there who are not yet bought into VR or the Oculus Go. And in particular, anybody who's never touched VR, what are the experiences you could show them to help convince them that VR is the future? The first thing I would probably show most people is something like a 360-degree experience. So a static experience, nothing too motion based, but a nice soft introduction to VR. So something like Henry, which is 5K, or the Jurassic World Blue videos. Both these experiences are really high quality as long as you download the videos from the apps to start with. I'd probably show off Henry to any co-workers or close friends or family that are less tech savvy or less into sci-fi, or maybe wouldn't be interested in dinosaurs and Jurassic World. I mean, who wouldn't? But you know, there are people out there sort of thing. And Henry is great. It's really high quality, really well done. It looks like some sort of Pixar animated adventure. Little hedgehog having his birthday all alone. He has some little balloon animal friends that come alive and he pops one by mistake, and then it's this nice little interaction story of him finding a friend. Whereas Jurassic World is a bit more sort of action orientated. Maybe there's a little bit more peril in Jurassic World Blue, and even Blue, who's your friend through this, you know, is in peril. It's kind of scary if you're maybe a little kid and not used to dinosaurs. Between that and Henry, they're definitely 2 experiences I would recommend most people new to VR to give a go. Number 2 is Ocean Rift. Now, if you don't know, Ocean Rift is kind of similar to the previous ones, but it's more 3D environments. You're basically under the water, looking around, things are moving, fish are swimming by, whales come by, there's a few different environments. There's sharks, there's whales, there's turtles, there's all sorts. And it's really, really immersive. It's definitely an experience worth checking out. I probably wouldn't stick people in this to start with just because you're underwater. And I think if people get truly immersed in it, they can kind of feel a bit claustrophobic. I know even for myself, I've done a lot of VR. I still kind of feel a bit closed in on being underwater. But it's definitely a great experience. The reactions you get from people as a great white shark swims by or swims right past their head, or they're inside a cage and they're trying to get out, or you're on a shipwreck and a whale comes past waving its tail, almost taking your head off. It's definitely an experience worth sharing with people. And you can introduce the controller as well, because they can easily select new experiences from within Ocean Rift. It looks good, and it also makes good use of the surround sound audio as well, so you can kind of hear things moving all around you. It's definitely one worth checking out with anybody who's new to VR. Third on my list, we'll step it up a little bit and add a little bit more controller to it. Bait is a very cartoony looking fishing game. It's dead simple to play. It's perfect for anybody who's still new to VR, and it kind of gives them that little bit of interaction and play that can take them on to the next level. People can get a good feel for how the controller works. It's nice and simple, it's nice and chilled and relaxed. There's no kind of rush to do anything. You literally hold down your trigger button, you aim where you want to aim your rod, and then you flick it out to cast. And then you just hold the button down to reel it in, making sure you sort of let go before the rod snaps with the little red bar. And it's a nice little fun experience. There's lots of different environments. There's some weird and wacky characters that you come across that you have to talk to do missions for. And there's lots of different fish to collect with bizarre names. It's worth playing just to see what you do catch and what they're called. Number 4, let's step up a little bit from bait and let's add a little bit of action to it. So Coaster Combat is my next recommendation. It's still very simple to play, nice and straightforward, but it's that roller coaster experience that everyone thinks of when they think of VR. We all know that roller coasters aren't the be all and end all of VR, but a lot of people, that's how they see it, and they want a nice roller coaster. Coaster Combat gives you a selection of a few different levels, a few different coasters, and you ride along just as you would do on most roller coaster apps. However, the combat part comes in by using the controller to aim, point and shoot. So whether it's shooting magic, lasers, or actual pistol, depends on the track that you're playing, and they're all themed. You can test their tolerance to motion, because it can pick up pace a little bit, up and down and around and swooping around corners and that sort of stuff, picking different routes. You can shoot the little track signs to switch track and choose where you're going, and you've got to shoot gems and that sort of thing, so there is a high score element to it as well, so it makes it fun to play with multiple people to try and beat each other's score. It runs really well, it's really smooth, and I think it's one that kind of steps up beyond that sort of typical VR roller coaster experience, adds a little bit of something extra, brings in the controller for a bit more meaning this time with shooting targets and that sort of stuff. I think it does a really good job of selling VR. Number 5, face your fears. This one's been out on pretty much all platforms for a long time, and you don't need the controller apart from choosing the chapter or the scare experience that you want to do, but they're great. They're sort of, 3 or 4 minute experiences where you're kind of sat in a static position and you can look around. Scripted things are going off, tense things are happening, pushing your fear to the limit. You could be sat in a bed as a child and a clown comes alive and it starts moving around, and it's to the right of you, and it's to the left of you, and it's above you. And the Oculus Go headset with its kind of speakers pointing right at your ears really gives you that kind of 3D sound effect where you're kind of really looking wherever it's kind of pointing you to look with the sound. So there's a handful of free experiences within Face Your Fears, but you can pay a few quid to unlock some other ones. Things that focus on spiders or snakes and other things. So you'll probably find one that fits perfectly with most people's fears. It's also a good tie-in with the Netflix series Stranger Things. So if you like Stranger Things, it's definitely one to check out. It is super creepy. Demogorgons coming from all over the place, coming out the walls, people coming in to try and help you. You kind of sat in the living room of the main character sort of thing. It's all sort of broken down and all sorts of stuff's going on. It puts you in a proper panic, and I'd say even for me, I felt on edge. There isn't much use for the controller in that one, but it's more about the kind of experience, making people interested and engaged and immersed and get them going away talking about VR. And that's the great thing about the Face Your Fear app. They definitely will be talking about it once they're finished. And there's a little bit of a bonus, and maybe a controversial one here. Obviously there's integration with Oculus and Facebook, and the Facebook apps that are available, whether it's Facebook 360 or the actual Facebook apps itself, are really good. You've probably got family members that use Facebook a lot. Now, being able to show them their 360 photos or their 2D photos or their videos and that sort of stuff on the Oculus Go headset is a really good experience, and I think it is something that will help sell VR and the Oculus Go to people. I know a lot of people dismiss Facebook because that's going to be grabbing your data and your information, but the truth is millions of people use it. So there's millions of people that use Facebook that probably have an easy way in to Oculus. If they know that they can sit in Oculus rooms with a relative that's the other side of the country, both with your headsets on, sharing your Facebook videos together, and definitely something I think will appeal to a lot of people. So as I say, they're the experiences I think you can use to help show off your Oculus Go to those that are maybe new to VR. Get them bought in and kind of see a little bit of why we love it so much. Let me know in the comments down below, what is your go-to experience? What do you stick on your headset when you give it to someone who hasn't used much VR to kind of get that first taste? Is it what I've done, or is it something else? Let me know, I'd be interested to see. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it, but do let me know in the comments down below if there's anything I could do differently, and I'll see what I can do next time. Make sure you subscribe for more Oculus Go content and hit that notification bell to be notified when I do upload a video. And that's pretty much me done. I'm out. Have a virtual high five.